Success is not something reserved for the lucky or the gifted. Success is a formula, and that formula is written in your daily habits. What you do every single day is shaping the life you will live tomorrow. If you want to change your future, you must first change your routine. Every morning, you wake up with a choice to repeat yesterday or to build a better version of yourself. The most successful people in the world are not successful because they never fail, but because they never stop showing up. They understand that small actions done consistently create massive results over time. The first habit of success is starting your day with purpose. When you begin your morning with clarity, gratitude, and a clear goal, you take control of your mind before the world tries to control it. A focused morning leads to a productive day, and a productive day leads to a successful life. The second habit is disciplined action. Motivation will come and go, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward. Even on days when you feel tired, discouraged, or afraid, taking one small step keeps the dream alive. Success rewards consistency, not excuses. The third habit is feeding your mind daily. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. What you listen to, watch, and read every day either builds you or breaks you. When you invest in learning, positivity, and growth, your confidence rises and your limits disappear. Remember this: success is not built in one day, but it is built every day. If you commit to these habits, stay patient, and trust the process, your life will begin to change in ways you never imagined. Start today, because the future you want depends on the actions you take right now. Success is often misunderstood as something that happens by chance, as if only a select few are chosen to achieve greatness while the rest are meant to struggle. This belief is one of the biggest obstacles holding people back. Success is not magic, and it is not reserved for the lucky. It is the result of a clear, repeatable formula that anyone can follow. Every successful person you admire reached their position by applying the same principles over and over again. They built habits, followed routines, learned from failure, and stayed consistent even when results were not immediately visible. Luck may open a door once, but only a proven formula keeps that door open long enough to walk through it. When you understand that success follows a system, everything changes. You stop waiting for the right time and start focusing on the right actions. You realize that discipline is more powerful than motivation, and consistency is more important than talent. The formula works the same for everyone. It rewards effort, learning, and persistence. Failure is not proof that the formula doesn't work. It is part of the process. Each mistake provides feedback. Each setback builds resilience, and each challenge strengthens character. People who succeed are not the ones who avoid failure, but the ones who keep applying the formula despite it. Once you accept that success is predictable and structured, you take back control of your life. You no longer blame circumstances, background, or people. You understand that daily habits, focused effort, and continuous growth are the real drivers of achievement. When the formula is applied with patience and commitment, results become inevitable. Your life is not defined by one big decision, but by the small choices you make every single day. The way you start your morning, how you spend your time, and what you prioritize daily are quietly designing your future. Many people dream of success, but few pay attention to the routines that are either moving them closer to that dream or pushing it further away. Every habit you repeat becomes a vote for the kind of person you are becoming. When you choose discipline over comfort, learning over distraction, and action over excuses, you are actively shaping a stronger future. On the other hand, procrastination, negative thinking, and wasted time also compound, often without you realizing it. What feels small today becomes powerful over time. Successful people protect their routines because they understand their value. They don't rely on motivation or mood, they rely on structure. A well-designed daily routine removes confusion, reduces stress, and creates momentum. When your day has direction, your energy is used with purpose instead of being scattered. Your routine also controls your mindset, the information you consume, the people you interact with, and the environments you place yourself in all influence how you think and act. A positive and intentional routine strengthens focus, builds confidence, and increases self-belief, while a careless routine slowly weakens discipline and clarity. When you become aware of how powerful your daily routine truly is, you stop living on autopilot. You begin to design your days with intention, knowing that each habit, each hour, and each action is shaping the future you are moving toward. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Starting the day without direction often leads to distraction, stress, and wasted energy, while starting with purpose creates clarity and control. Purpose in the morning is not about doing more. It is about doing what truly matters. When you wake up with intention, you give your mind a clear target. Instead of reacting to messages, noise, or other people's demands, you decide in advance what deserves your focus. Even a few quiet minutes of reflection, gratitude, or goal setting can shift your mindset from confusion to confidence. This simple act places you in control of your day rather than allowing the day to control you. Purposeful mornings build mental strength. They train your mind to focus before distractions appear and help you approach challenges with calmness instead of chaos. When you remind yourself of your goals early in the day, your actions naturally begin to align with them. Decisions become easier because you already know what direction you are moving in. Starting the day with purpose also strengthens self-discipline. Each morning you choose intention over comfort, you reinforce the habit of self-leadership. Over time, this practice builds consistency, sharpens awareness, and increases productivity without forcing it. You begin to move through your day with clarity, knowing why you are doing what you are doing. A purposeful morning is not about perfection or long routines. It is about awareness, direction, and commitment to progress. When you begin each day knowing your priorities and reminding yourself of your vision, you create a strong foundation that supports everything you do afterward. Motivation is powerful, but it is unreliable. Some days you feel inspired, energetic, and ready to conquer your goals, while other days you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. If your progress depends only on how motivated you feel, success will always remain unstable. This is why consistency matters more than motivation. Consistency is the habit of showing up regardless of mood, emotions, or circumstances. It is the quiet commitment to take action even when no one is watching and no immediate results are visible. Successful people understand that waiting to feel ready often leads to inaction. Instead, they rely on routines and discipline to carry them forward when motivation fades. Small, consistent actions create momentum. Even minimal progress, when repeated daily, compounds over time into massive growth. One focused hour every day is more powerful than an entire day of effort once a month. Consistency removes pressure because you no longer need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. This habit also builds trust in yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, your confidence increases. You begin to see yourself as someone who keeps promises, someone who doesn't quit when things get uncomfortable. That self-trust becomes a powerful force in achieving long-term goals. Consistency transforms challenges into stepping stones. Missed days, slow progress, or temporary setbacks lose their power when your identity is rooted in persistence. You learn to return to the process without guilt or frustration, Understanding that steady effort always outperforms short bursts of motivation, many people believe success requires dramatic changes or massive effort, but real transformation usually begins with small, manageable actions. These actions may seem insignificant in the moment, yet when they are repeated daily, they build momentum that is impossible to stop. The power of small actions lies in their ability to compound over time. Every small step you take is a building block. Reading a few pages each day, improving a skill for a short period, or making one disciplined choice may not feel life-changing at first. However, these actions gradually reshape your habits, mindset, and capabilities. What starts as a simple routine slowly becomes a powerful system for growth. Small actions reduce resistance. Big goals often feel overwhelming and lead to procrastination, while small steps feel achievable and invite consistency. When the task feels easy to start, you are more likely to take action. Over time, these small wins build confidence and create a sense of progress that keeps you moving forward. Consistency turns effort into results. A minor improvement made every day can place you far ahead of those who rely on occasional bursts of effort. Progress becomes a natural outcome rather than a forced struggle. This approach also helps you stay patient, as you begin to understand that growth is happening even when it is not immediately visible. Small actions also strengthen discipline and focus. Each time you act, you reinforce the habit of progress. These repeated choices shape your identity, gradually transforming you into someone who takes action, values improvement, and moves steadily toward long-term success. Your mind is the control center of your life, and whatever you feed it daily becomes the foundation of your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Just as your body reflects what you eat, your mindset reflects what you consistently consume. If your mind is filled with negativity, doubt, and distractions, your growth will be limited no matter how strong your goals are. Everything you watch, read, and listen to is shaping your beliefs. Negative news, toxic conversations, and aimless entertainment slowly weaken focus and confidence. In contrast, learning, motivational content, and positive influences expand awareness and strengthen self-belief. What you allow into your mind determines how you see challenges, opportunities, and yourself. Feeding your mind with growth creates mental resilience. When you consistently expose yourself to new ideas, skills, and perspectives, you become more adaptable and confident. Challenges no longer feel overwhelming because your mind has been trained to look for solutions rather than excuses. Growth, focused input builds clarity and sharpens decision-making. This habit also raises your standards. As your mind grows, your expectations change. You begin to demand more from yourself, not out of pressure, but out of awareness. Learning exposes you to what is possible and pushes you beyond limiting beliefs that once felt permanent. Over time, your mindset shifts from survival to progress. Feeding your mind with growth is not about information overload, but intentional consumption. Choosing content that educates, inspires, and challenges you strengthens focus and discipline. When your mind is consistently nourished with growth, your actions naturally align with improvement and forward movement. One of the most common reasons people never reach their potential is the habit of postponing action. Someday becomes a comfortable excuse that delays progress without completely letting go of the dream. The truth is that someday is not a date on the calendar, and waiting for the perfect moment often means waiting forever. Starting now does not require perfect conditions, complete confidence, or full clarity. Progress begins the moment you decide to act with what you already have. Many people believe they need more time, more resources, or more knowledge before they begin, but growth only happens after action is taken. Clarity follows movement, not the other way around. When you choose to start now, you break the cycle of hesitation. Even a small step taken today creates momentum and shifts your mindset from planning to doing. Action reduces fear because it replaces overthinking with experience. Each step forward, no matter how small, strengthens belief in your ability to move ahead. Delaying action often increases doubt and frustration. The longer you wait, the heavier the task feels, and the more intimidating the goal becomes. Starting immediately simplifies the process by turning ideas into reality. Once you begin, progress feels natural instead of forced. Starting now also builds accountability with yourself. It sends a powerful message that your goals matter and your future deserves attention today, not later. Each immediate action reinforces commitment, discipline, and ownership over your direction, creating forward motion that replaces regret with purpose in the end. Success is not about knowing more. It is about doing more of the right things consistently and with purpose. Every habit you build, every small action you take, and every decision to start now instead of waiting is shaping the person you are becoming. You already have everything you need to begin. The only thing left is commitment. Choose discipline over excuses, action over fear, and growth over comfort. If you stay consistent and trust the process, the results will come, and the life you envision will no longer feel distant. It will become your reality.